Hi, I'm Neil Anderson, President and CEO of OnPay Solutions. According to the 2016 ACFE report, companies lose an estimated 5% of their revenues annually due to fraud. We don't want you to be one of them. To avoid an attack, your payment system should have multiple levels of security, especially when used with issuing ACH payments. Fraud prevention, along with fraud detection strategies embedded into your payment platform and processes, should hinder the capability of a lone wolf attack. To ensure security, even today, companies are compelled to use a single computer in a room monitored by a closed-circuit TV to protect the business files and processes. More progressive companies today should have levels of access built into your system and for your team. To reduce the risk of fraud, here are the 7 best practices for payment fraud prevention. Positive pay. If you are issuing paper checks, use this tool to create a file that ensures that your bank only accepts checks that match check numbers, dates, dollar amounts, and the payee. Separation of duties. Critical for large departments, but very effective in any business setting. Don't allow one person too much control over issuing payments. Instead, have one person input payments, another approve, and yet a third actually issue the payments to resolve many security concerns. Multiple levels of approval. Don't depend on one person to approve each transaction. It's ideal to have approvals go through multiple levels or at least different approvers, especially if for very large transactions. If necessary, even use a second electronic signature for very high dollar payments, checks and ACHs. And if you're using an automation software, it should be able to support your organization's existing workflow approvals of high dollar payments before being processed. Secure data transmission. Ensure that your payment system will securely transfer data directly to your financial institution or your offsite check print and mail center with SSH file transfer protocol or secure file transfer, and utilize the highest security encryption standards available. Audit trail reporting. This practice is nothing more than an electronic trail of an AP manager should be able to go in to see who's approved, who's issuing, and who's even cashing items. This is a good practice not only for mitigating security concerns, but for also satisfying audit requirements. Employees take vacation. Make sure everybody takes their vacation. Everyone should want a break from work sometimes. If you have an employee or a group of employees that never want to take vacation, be mindful. They may have a hidden agenda. Always investigate email urgent request for payment. Advise your team that under no circumstances should an urgent request for payment be issued without several levels of investigation and authorization, even when the request appears to be from the CEO. All payments are issued following the protocols recommended above. These all-important tips secure the safety of your payment process and your organization, especially these days when we hear and read more and more stories about security issues. The time to ensure your secure payment process is now. If you are not able to follow these practices due to limitations within your system, then by all means, look for alternatives. In fact, OnPay Solutions offers products and services that will secure your business-to-business payment transactions. We also happily consult with companies to help them find best practices for their unique situations. Stay safe.